Hello YouTube. This is Crimson Dante Gamer, and I know has been a while since I've done any Yu-Gi-Oh content, but I am back. It's just I had a lot of problems in life, and I guess I took a little break, and now I am back, and I've decided to show the next deck I built today. It's nothing special, but it's really fun, and I used to play this type of deck back in the old days when Yu-Gi-Oh! Was still good with the Elemental Heroes. Elemental Heroes was still pretty popular. I try to make it as good as possible, but yeah, this is what I came up with. It's a really search deck. It's really easy to search these cards. There's 4 ways you can search. It's a very searchable deck. If Future Fusion was allowed, this deck would be really strong deck, but it's still good even without it. With this deck you get like a 60 to 70% chance of winning. It's not, no deck is 100% guaranteed, but this is 60 to 70%. And of course no synchros are in this deck. This is almost a purely fusion deck. But yeah, so regarding on the deck, I run one Element Hero Blade Edge. No need more than one because this is mostly, like I said, a fusion hero deck. So this is the only level 7 on the deck. Then it'll be Element Hero Stratos. Element Hero Prisma, just one. All you need is Element Hero Prisma to search whatever you want from the deck. Double Sparkman. One Necro Shade, of course, because of the Element Hero Blade Edge. One Wild Heart, self-explanatory, goes well with Blade Edge. 2 Element Hero Tricks, 2 Element Hero Avion. Of course, this is Element Hero deck, so having 2 of these each is what you need for a fusion deck. Then it's 2 Element Hero Clayman. Self-explanatory for defense, and also because it's still a fusion deck of element heroes, so having Clayman is a must. These 4 heroes you need to always have, so having a double of each is what you need in a fusion deck. 1 element hero Bubble Man, you don't need any more than 1, honestly. Having 2 I think becomes cloggy in my opinion. Some people might run 2, but 1 I think is fine. Then I run the 1 Morphing Jar to get extra draw power, of course. Triple Kingdom of the Swamp, 1 Swords of Rain Light, 1 Reinforcement of the Army, of course search. Swords of Rain Light is self-explanatory, just to draw out the fight or the duel, and keep on drawing, basically until you get something good. Pot of Avarice, draw power, and also to be able to, reverse some of the cards of your deck to some of the cards to your graveyard to your deck, so you can draw 2 cards. I forgot the specific word for this, but yeah. Yeah. Well, anyways, triple polymerization, 1 Monster Reborn, double Miracle Fusion. Miracle Fusion is a must. Triple polymerization, of course, to be able to fusion summon cards in your hand. Of course, as well as the field, but this summons in the graveyard, so this is even more powerful in my opinion than polymerization, because you can summon from the graveyard, and that's more than anything you can ask. 1 Heavy Storm, of course, get rid of any spells and trap. Just having Element Hero Stratos is not enough. Gold Sarcophagus, 1 to search anything you need, like Morphing Jar if you want. Double Fusion Sage. This has so much search power that having 2 Fusion Sages doesn't really affect the deck at all. 1 Fusion Recovery, 1 is enough. Yeah, it's a really great card. It gives you a material to fusion and on top of polymerization. Triple Emergency Call, self-explanatory. Dark Hole. Almost any deck would run a Dark Hole in there. Double Mirror Force and double Hero Blast. And yeah, no Call of the Hunted. Yay! For extra deck, Element Hero Core, Element Hero Wild Edge, double Element Hero Shining Wingman. It's not a bad card, honestly. I believe so. It's not a bad card. It's not the best, but it's not that bad, even now. This is a great card, honestly, but this one is even better, this one here, and this is the best card. Best support, actually, from this deck. Um, Also, this card is great. You only need 2 cards, and it saved me 3 times in a duel. So yeah, you always have to have, in my opinion, if you have a deck like this, you also have Element Hero Great Tornado. And this is also another card that really gives you a lot of defense in your deck. There's really not that much defense on your deck, so really having this Element Hero Absolute Zero really helps out. And double Element Hero Thunder Giants, of course. One Gaia. Double Element Hero Flame Wingman, you need to have that in order to summon this. If you have this in your graveyard, and you have Element Hero, oh, sorry about that. And you have Element Hero, Sparkman, you can use King of the Swamp with Miracle Fusion to get out, Element Hero Shining Wingman. The only thing is they get banished, but whatever, you don't really need to worry about that. Then it's Element Hero Dark Bright. You only need just one, and then there's the 1xe that really helps me to finish off my opponent if needed. And for the extra deck, Element Hero Electrum 1 is enough. Double Element Hero Shining, Element Hero Escurado, or Escuriado, whatever its name is. Double Honest, double United We Stand, of course. For this type of deck, United We Stand is great with the double Honest. So, one extra Miracle Fusion, you know. Triple Fusion Gate. Fusion Gate is another way to fusion summon with this deck. What would happen if you use Fusion Gate is then, I believe Element Hero The Shining will become your main card for the deck. Also, this card won't be needed. This card is just a side for Element Hero Core. That's all it is. And then it's Mirror Force 1. Why just have 2 Mirror Force when you have 3? So I decided on an extra one. One extra Magical Cylinder, since this is a burn type deck with the Element Hero Shining, I decided Magical Cylinder will be a great choice. And of course, Judgment of the Anubis, you have to have that one counter. Solemn Judgment, all these other cards I don't really use because they take away from your life points. And honestly, the whole reason to duel is to protect your life points. So back in the old days, Solemn Judgment was a really great card because there wasn't really much ways you can really special summon that many cards. There was ways you could do that, but not that many. So Solemn Judgment was a great card and a great cost, I guess, to get, but not anymore. Now you can just summon like 5 or 6 monsters, and then you're just gonna have your life points for no reason. Off of one card you can summon many. Even if you negate that, the guy just gonna summon something out of their hand and just ramble a whole combo, and you can't negate that with Solemn Judgment the second time. So you're wasting half your life points for no reason. So it's really easy to summon nowadays on Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah. So that's why I have this card here, just in case they destroy your spell and trap. This card will activate, destroying one face-up monster my opponent controls and inflicts the damage equal to the monster's attack towards your opponent's life points. So yeah, that's why I think this card is great with this deck. So without any further ado, I will show some duels with this deck. I'm gonna put some music. Just give me a second. Yeah. Oh, by the way, guys, Yu Yu Hakusho is a great anime. I never realized it. I've seen some parts of it before, but never really watched the whole thing until recently. 2 weeks ago, I finished the whole thing. It was really good. So I am going to listen to Yu Yu Hakusho while I'm doing this deck. Alright. Okay, so I did a few mistakes when I was dueling, but I kind of forgot certain things, certain stuff. Like I messed up so many times when I was accidentally fusion summoning polymerization while I have um Element Hero Shining Flare Wingman. I mean, no, yeah, Element Hero Shining Flare Wingman, and with my face down, morphing jar, and I summoned out Gaia by accident. And there's a few times I messed up in a duel. I still managed to win, but I guess you could say I was lucky because one time I messed up so bad that I thought during the duel I was gonna lose. So yeah, the deck does not bad actually, even against Gravekeepers. I guess the only card that really makes this deck shine is Blade Armor Ninja. And if you have something like United We Stand, double of them, I don't think it will hurt the deck too much, especially putting up Element Hero Sparkman with United We Stand might be pretty good. But yeah, this is like what the deck can do. Running 2 Hero Blast isn't quite half bad. It's like what you actually would need to actually fusion summon. So yeah, having 2 of those instead of the Future Fusion is okay. I guess this card is even better than just having Call of the Hunted for Element Heroes. This is the Call of the Hunted for Element Heroes. Because like what it does, you've seen it in action. What it really does is it gets a monster off the graveyard, and if the monster has higher attack than the opponent's monster, the opponent's monster gets destroyed and you get to have that card too. But you can get that card regardless into your hand, even if the attack is lower. Or all that means is that the monster wouldn't get destroyed. That's all. So yeah, it's basically a mix between Call of the Hunted and something else. Because the Call of the Hunted puts it back on the field. But anyways, I did manage to get rid of my opponent's cards even with Necro Valley thanks to my Armor Ninja and the search of my deck being able to dump Necro Shade and search out Element Hero Blade Edge. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is that putting 3 emergency calls and a reinforcement of the army is actually pretty good way to search out your deck pretty fast. I don't really will not tell anyone who plays Element Heroes not to put 3 emergency calls and a freaking reinforcement of the army, because 1, you don't have Future Fusion anymore, and 2, you don't have 2 of morphing jars anymore. So you have to have as much search as possible for a deck like this. Otherwise, it's okay. It's not super competitive, but it's enough to have fun with. And if you really want to build more of a competitive Element Hero deck, your key is to go with Fusion Gate. But yeah, this has been Crimson Dante Gamer, and I hope you really enjoyed this video. This is my Element Hero deck profile on Yu-Gi-Oh! Tag Force Special. Peace.